Alright. Let me just check L audio real quick. I'm just going to do a really quick little short one here where I just kind of do some of the stuff I know how to do, and I'm going to try to do some of the stuff I'm not so good at. Okay, audio looks good. Trying to adjust. I got a second monitor now, so I'm trying to adjust it so I can see and tell what's going on really good over there. Okay. Alright, so the goal is to show off just a few basic stuff on Longshore. Now, Longshore is a map with a ton of interesting jumps. Like, it's possibly one of the most jump heavy maps in the whole game. Like, there's stuff you can do everywhere. There's not a spot on the map that doesn't have something that you can do fancy. I only know a handful of them, and I'm only good at a handful of them. So let's just start at the taco shack here. There's several different ways to get on top of the taco shack. You can jump onto this little speaker, which I'm not as good getting on that as I am this other one over here. Also, I'm a little, my fingers are a little shaky. Just a second. Anyway, you can do that, but this is the easier way to do it. You just get up there, you get up there, and then boom, you're up there. You can do it from either side. So if you came around the back, wanted to walk around here, you want to almost slide jump up there to it. You don't want to try to jump into it because it'll push you back. Also, I've never noticed this. Captain J. Beignet, Mombasa Inlet. I've never seen that sign before. I don't know if I just never really come over to the taco shack or what. But you can also jump up there from here. You get on this little grate here. And these things are all over the place right here. These grates are going to be a lot of the jumps. Then you jump. It kind of pushes you back. You got to do it just at the right angle. Oh, man. Once again, I'm just not in it tonight. Let's see. And you jump on the little light and you can get up there that way. So there's a couple different ways to get up there. That's one of those that it feels like a lot of people like to try to do. Anyway, there's a couple things I want to show that are very useful. Let me see if I can do this one. Alright, so there's a jump. The way these boxes are set up, you can clip off the lip of that and jump up to the top of short base, but I'm just not good. You gotta hit it just right and jitter jump. And it catches your feet. I can't do it. I've never been able to pull that one off. But one of the things I can do over here is when you initially spawn, on either side, I basically do the same thing. My strat on this map is to go for camo at the start. That's what I like to do. Go straight for it. I like to jump up here, and then jump up on this lip, and you can slide jump and get a lot of momentum, and you're usually one of the first people, if not the first person, to camo. Like, if you do it right, if you do it perfect, you don't have to jump off the top there. It's just, it gives you a little more momentum, and it seems to help. But you can get right there, and then you crouch slide right there. Oh, man. If you do it perfectly, you can actually, you can throw yourself basically to camo. Oh, in the default, you can do a little jump from there up to there, but I'm not going to do that one because those things are taken out in the in most versions of the game. Let me see. Is there another? There seems like there's another one over there I needed to see. All these jumps that I'm gonna do, that I'm practicing, are not grenade related. I don't want to I mean, because you can grenade jump a lot of places, but it kind of takes the whole point out of it if that's the only thing you can do. It's actually, this map is got so much verticality and complex structure that's why the brute shot's not on it. It's not because the brute shot's a strong weapon, it's because you can jump so many places with the brute shot. But anyway, if you slide jump, you can get a lot of places. There's actually a little tricky way to get back behind there, but I don't know how to do it without a radar jammer, and I'm not going to use the radar jammer in this, so. I think, what do I want to do next? Let's see. So we've addressed it on this side. I'll show you the other side in a minute. There is one thing else I want to show here that is very important. Something I like to do, something I do a lot. Let me see if there's anything else in here before I do this. Alright, so it's very obvious. Everybody knows that you can jump from these up here. From the box and everything. These little lips, these little, I guess they're, like impact guards, so things don't bang on the walls normally. Like that's what they actually physically are. You can jump on them. Now you can't jump up here very easy. You can do it, but if you don't do it right, it pushes you away. So it's not as easy to pull off, but you can do it. Basically, you just got to get very still, jump straight up, and crouch at the right angle. There you go. And you can get up there. It's just another little way to get up here. But what I like to do, because this is a little smoother, a little easier, you can jump from them onto the bridge here. It's just a little bit faster way to get around in that little section. Nothing fancy, nothing great. By the way, the Franck signs eyes open and close. Or they open, they don't close. In mid, let's see, there's several things in here. I can do this jump, but I almost never get it right. But basically, if you jump, and you got to use this as momentum, use this as a momentum base, and slide jump just at the right. I mean, it's got to be the absolute most perfect little landing, but you can get up on that from here, and that's how you do it. Like I said, I'm not good at that one. I'm not going to worry about that one anymore. There's a grenade jump where you can get up there. I might as well go ahead and do that one because that one's kind of funny. Oh, it didn't land right. What? It didn't do it. What is this grenade doing? It's getting lost, like, behind the thing. Alright, let's just throw it straight down. What in the world? It's like something's blocking me. There's no barrier there. Let's try it from this side. I think is there an invisible barrier up there? Anyway, you can jump from there up to there and get on those pipes. But there is an invisible barrier up there, but it's like it's not letting me pass that for some reason. So weird. I've done this before. It's just not something. There we go. Okay. So see, you can jump from here up there. It pushes you down though. It's a little tricky. Now there is a jump to get from here up there. Basically, you gotta bump your head. See how it's pushing me back? If you do it right, you can clip into it, and it gives you a foothold. See how it threw me sideways? I'm so bad at this one. It doesn't help too much, but it doesn't hurt to have an extra way to get up there. But basically, you jump from there. I'm not even going to worry about it right now. You jump from there and you land up here. So, shoot. See, it's skipping me around, so I'm hitting the spot. I'm just not hitting it right. Anyway, there's another one right here to get from the bottom of Big Base to the top. But really, you're going... The goal is to hit your head right there and hug the wall as tight as you can, and it makes your feet clip into the wall right there where you can get a grip, and then it throws you in a direction when you jump, and you can land in the window there. but it's very difficult to pull off. See how it throws me back? That's what normally happens when I try it. I can't get it to land. I don't know. I try it, but I'm just not good at this one. This is a super advanced technique that I am not privy to, but I am capable of doing a couple of things here. So you can jump through this window by crouching, and you can use it to jump up the top big. Very useful. Probably one of the most useful jumps on this map that I know about. But you can also jump onto the little speaker and get up here too. It's just another little way to do it. When you can grenade jump over to the sword, but honestly, I mean, I know it's useful to get to mid fast or grab the sword, but honestly, you can just do this. Except I did it wrong. It's still standing up. It's funny. You can just stick grenade it, and it knocks it off, and then we have sword. Like, a lot of people overthink that, I think. This map is interesting balance-wise. One side has a really strong chance of getting overshield and a better chance of getting sword. The other side has a really strong chance of getting rockets, comparatively, although they have to really fight to get it. And technically, they have a better chance of getting camo, but really, this side, if you're smart, you can get camo pretty easy. Like, say you spawn right here, which I do a lot. I run up here, land right here, do a little skip, land right here. Oh, I messed it up. You can do another little skip jump, a little slide jump. Anyway, if you do it perfectly, and I mean, you got to do it like super clean or you bump your noggin. You can land about right here. And then, I mean, then all you got to do is fight a little bit for camo. Like, if they are slow getting the camo, this side has the advantage big time. Because it's just really easy to do that little slide jump and get some momentum. Because pretty much everybody spawns right here. Jump. Jump. Skip. Jump. Anyway. You can also use it to, I mean, if you land a little earlier on purpose, you can use it to kind of skip up to here too. There's so many ramps and little slideways here that jumps are very easy. Like, little momentum tricks are very easy to pull off on this map. I just can't do it tonight. It's one of those things, if I wasn't trying to do it, I'd just do it. Did a little better that time. But see, what really is catching you is these little bars here. So it's got to be really low on the ramp. Oh, there it is. I did it. Okay. So see, if you got perfect momentum, and you basically got to hit like right at the edge of the ramp, you land in here, and then you can lob a couple nades and counter anybody pushing camo and come grab it. There you go. It's a useful thing to do. You can jump from all these crates to each other pretty easy. Like I said, I don't want to do anything involving grenades. So let me think. Is there anything else I want to show, actually? Yeah, there is, actually. There's a couple little things you can do, such as jump from the roof to these crates. And when you're pushing for OS, that can actually be very useful. It gives you a little extra vertical ability to push people, because by the time you get over here from top of the big, they're probably right there. Like, they're gonna be coming through. because the OS push is just a huge deal on this map. It's honestly not that powerful a power-up. Like, I'd rather have camo for a couple of reasons. But you got to control it because it can be enough to turn a fight in the favor of whoever picks it up. A lot of people like to ghost rush it, so from this side, a lot of times there's going to be a ghost going for it, which can be a little tricky. So you know, important nade placements where it's at. Like, you want to be spot on with your grenades. Yeah, but it's easy. You just put a grenade behind the sword and it knocks the sword off the edge, and then they can't get it. So crucial to your survival. There's a lot of little places. Oh, by the way, to see who's host, see who this camera follows. There's a couple cameras, in fact, but this one, like, is easiest. Let me see if there's anything else. Anywhere where these spikes are, you can't sit up on. Like, you could even, like, float in forward and it wouldn't let you. So, like, you would think that you could jump from here to here, and you kind of can, but the game doesn't let you. The game just, like, kicks you off. You ever looked up? You're in an oven. It's kind of neat. See, this is the oven where they cook the fish finger thingies. Then this is the freezer, where I guess they ship things or pick things up. I don't know. And then way over here, if you look at this sign, it says fish vats. So under there, it must be a bunch of fish in the water. So I don't know. The map has a lot of cool visual stuff, in my opinion. I like it. I've always liked Longshore visually, and it shows up a ton in the matchmaking. So that's the thing. There's all these little. So this is a big thing that I like to do. Grenades come in here a lot, so getting on these little grates can protect you a slight amount from grenade spam. Also, you can get on the edge of this, but it slips sometimes. But so, like, say grenades are coming around, then that lets you kind of get a little bit of elevation from it. It's probably not going to help too much, but fighting in here is chaotic anyway. You're really just trying to be a distraction. You're not going to get too far. You can jump from this to this. Well, except I suck at it. Let's see. That gives you, you know, up here. You can't jump from here to there, but you could maybe get some grenades up there. It gives you a little opportunity to fight. Oh, and you can use this to slide jump too. Get a little momentum. Now, let's see. You can grenade jump up there. Let's see if I can pull that off, because it's a little tricky because it likes to, the grenades like to catch. Oh no. Oh no. It's a tricky one because the grenade gets lost back there if you throw it against the wall the wrong way. But you can get up on that little thing right there. Let's try this one more time. I can do this one. I just am not pulling it off tonight. You basically got to be perfect where you land. Like, you want to land about right there. And then as you jump, tuck in, and I mean to the pixel. It like catches your legs, so you want your legs to be tucked in completely when you hit the edge of this. But you've also got to have forward momentum so it throws you into it. So you can do it. I'm just really bad at it. It's very possible. It's very easily done. So what did I show? I showed how you can get up on there. There's all. Be careful though. There's barrels on it in the normal settings. In the matchmaking version of MCC. I I showed how you can get from the back of this up to the top, but I'm just not good at it. I wonder if I can punch this forward a 1/4 inch. Oh, see how it's skipping me back? I'm hitting it. Well, shoot. I don't know. I could do it. I could do it. But in terms of useful jumps, this one's really useful. All the stuff related to big base is, because big base is the... Let's just talk a little bit tactics here. That is the most important region of the map. Doesn't matter which side you originally spawn on, the goal should be to take that. Now, everybody likes to take, by the way, it's called bridge room. Everybody calls it party room, but it says bridge, so this is called party room, sometimes referred to as the bone zone. Everybody likes to control this, and it's very important because it is a pass through. It cuts off large sections of the map, because if you control this area, it forces them into a bottleneck where they have to go through rockets, which you can tell when they're going through rockets. They have to come through here, or they have to go around the two sides. I think people put a lot more emphasis in it than they should, though, because if you're just sitting in here, then yeah, you're going to get some kills if people come to you, but if they don't come to you, then you're useless. It makes you useless. Like, the best you can do is peek out and take some shots there and maybe help a little bit there. But if you come out here, most likely you're going to get yourself killed. And if you come out here, you're at a disadvantage. So really, I mean, in a one flag, one bomb scenario, it's very useful. But in terms of in Slayer, having more than one person in here is usually a bad idea. It's just, I don't know, it's just not as strong a spot as people like to think it is, I think. It's my 2 cents on it. It's far, far more important to have somebody control big base. And by that, I mean, if somebody is up on top of the base, anywhere on top of the base other than if you stand about right here, like on the far edge, then people can spawn over there behind you. But if you're anywhere around the main section of the base here, up here, any of that, then you block the spawns up here to where the enemy doesn't spawn on you in Slayer. Not in one flag, one bomb. They will still possibly spawn, like, no matter how close you are, they still kind of pop up. But it will control spawns to force people more often to spawn down there, and to a lesser extent, like down here at these spawns right in this area, which is where you want them to be, because you can control that a lot more effectively. Now, if you leave big base, people will just start spawning up here. You have so much elevation and control. You basically control this entire side of the map just by spawning up here. You can see when all the power weapons spawn, except for their snipe and their shotgun and rockets. That's the only 3 things you can't see, and the camo. But you can say, hey, OS is back. Hey, the sword is back. Hey, our snipe is back. Hey, our shotgun's back. Our ghost is back. It's just, you have so much visual control. The turret's kind of a funny story. You know, turrets aren't useless. They're just not as useful as you would want them to be. Like, you can't just sit up here and... I mean, you can. And sometimes I do if it's just a goofy game. Against good players, they're not going to let you just sit on a turret and hold the trigger down. But I mean, it's not necessarily a terrible idea to have your base anchor do that at the start, or do that a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I mean maybe that's a meta that people haven't really thought about. There's one on both sides, but the one on small base is kind of lame. It doesn't really do much. Remember these jumps if you remember anything, because whoa. No, it kicked me off. Those, because getting up to the top a big in different ways is very useful. It's because otherwise there's just the one ramp, right? Or the ramp at the back, and that's it. But this gives you, ah, crap, why am I not hitting it? This is like the easiest one for me. I do it all the time and I'm not hitting it for some reason. Jeez, what is going on? I'm getting too sleepy again. I'm out of juice, guys. I'm out of juice. I can't even do this. I gotta do this one time before I get done. Okay. Because getting on top of big, actually there's 3 ways to get up there, because you can go through that too. Anyway, power position, big base. Another thing is it's hard to fight from down here up there, but it's easy to shoot people from up there down here. They got an angle of concealment that covers half of their body. Gives them a lot of power in that position. Small base just doesn't have much going for it. It's exposed. There's no real elevation on spawns that matter. You don't have much access to important power weapons. The only useful thing about spawning small base is the proximity to that door and the ability to rush through to OS in a pinch. Otherwise, you're just in a bad situation over here. And if you've ever played one flag or one bomb and are getting spawn killed, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, they get over here on you and you have no recourse. This turret is actually fairly well placed for objective purposes specifically. And what I mean by that is, if you've got their flag and are at the last little push, you got to cap it like right here-ish. And they'll have to come through there. And you could sit around and have everybody, you know, grenade it and everything. But having a turret to just... It's like an assist machine if you have a couple of good BRs on your team too. Like, you can wipe a team with like 3 people. 3 people can take on an entire team of 8 if the turret is backing them up. You can walk around behind these crates. I don't know if a lot of people remember that or realize that. I can give you some tricky angles to hit stuff up there. You can walk along this entire railing. Don't know how much that would ever help you. It really doesn't. If you have a... See, the skull is over there. If you have a... What's the word I'm looking for? Radar jammer, you can jump over there to it. But yeah, there's a lot more jumps. I'm not good at most of them. I just know a few of the basics. If I could ever get the hang of this one, I would be unstoppable. No, not really. But like, it's definitely a huge benefit. See how it kicks you out? It's because I'm doing it right. I'm just not timing it right. Yeah, I got a good piece that time. I don't know, one day maybe I'll get it. There's sort of a way you can jump up there, but you'd have to grenade jump while you skipped. Like, you'd have to hit that and then do that just right. And I don't know, I don't like the concept of grenade jumping unless it's an absolute necessity, because it puts you one shot and waste a grenade in the process. If you can do the jump, it's better. If you can find another way around, it's probably the best course of action. So that's my thoughts on it. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's everything. Nothing else that I need to talk about. Peace out. Love you guys. This has been Mr. Wolfie. Let me see if I can get this right. Not quite, but close. This is usually my play. I like to get the old Schust gun and camo and just slip around and be a slippery pickle and just be a jerk and kill people with shotguns and stuff. That's what I like to do the most. But anyway, guys, peace out. It's been fun.